Truth is often melodramatic. Forgiveness is often etched in the heart. Progress lies above truth and forgiveness. I can't possibly give a low score to a drama starring Nagano May. That said, watching a drama just to rate it is so boring. Boring like using a Michelin guide for every meal, with all thoughts afterward focused on rating which restaurant is better. This 8-hour story is extremely simple. The Mitsuhara family has run a hospital for generations. One day, Mitsuhara Miyuki returned home to find the house burned down, thinking it was caused by her forgetting to turn off the stove after cooking. Feeling guilty, Miyuki divorced the hospital director, Mitsuhara Osamu, and raised her 2 children, Anzu and Yuzu, alone. 13 years after the fire, Anzu grows up. Miyuki, worn and impoverished after years as a single mother, eventually develops transient global amnesia and can't even recognize her eldest daughter, Anzu. Anzu believes that the fire was not caused by her mother, but by Watanabe Makiko, who stood by with a joyful smile as the fire raged. Makiko used to be Miyuki's friend and often visited the Mitsuhara house after meeting Miyuki at a parent-teacher meeting. Like Miyuki, Makiko has 2 children, Kiichi and Kiini. After meeting Miyuki, she became jealous of her jewelry, clothes, and impeccable manners, as well as her extraordinary cooking skills. Later, Makiko developed a habit of stealing Miyuki's clothes and jewelry. After the fire, she even stole Miyuki's husband and became Mrs. Mitsuhara Makiko. From then on, the lives of Makiko and Miyuki were completely reversed. Ironically, although impoverished after the divorce, Miyuki still maintained her aristocratic demeanor, while Makiko, despite marrying into wealth, remained sloppy. Despite being sloppy, Makiko wanted to create an image of a virtuous wife. Anzu took this opportunity to enter the Mitsuhara house as a housemaid under the pseudonym Yamanouchi Shizuka. In addition to cleaning, Anzu's cooking was also exceptional. Anzu entered the Mitsuhara house to find evidence that Makiko was the arsonist. Years ago, Anzu and her father watched surveillance footage and found a suspect wearing Miyuki's clothes. The clothes were from a German designer, produced only once 20 years ago, but appeared on Makiko's Instagram. There was reason to suspect that Makiko was the real arsonist. After Anzu entered the Mitsuhara house, Makiko forbade her from going to the 2nd floor, where the wardrobe was located, and the decisive evidence. At this time, Anzu accidentally discovered that a mysterious person was on the 2nd floor, Kiichi, Makiko's eldest son, who was supposed to be studying abroad. Kiichi had failed to graduate from Teimei Medical University and had become a shut-in. Anzu began to cook for him and chat with him, gradually brightening his gloomy life. They had liked each other since childhood. After some back and forth, Kiichi decided to help Anzu expose his mother's true face. Kiichi found an old computer of Makiko's and discovered a blog where Makiko had been pretending to be a wealthy lady using Miyuki's stolen items. Was Makiko the real culprit? The plot twists twice here. First, Kiichi takes Anzu on a date to a desolate place, creating a suspenseful atmosphere as if he's going to harm her, but he only takes her to see the Pegasus constellation they watched as children. The next day, Kiichi turns himself in. It's revealed that Kiichi and some delinquents had once stolen from an electronics store. The store was about to report them, but a fire broke out, and the matter was dropped. Kiichi told his mother, "We were saved by God, right? But I often wonder, was it really God who saved us?" Implying that the arsonist was one of his friends. Returning to the night of the fire, Makiko was actually discovered by Kiichi stealing Miyuki's things and was about to return them. But one piece of clothing was left in her room. She was going to turn herself in, but then she saw the Mitsuhara house on fire and realized that the arsonist might be her eldest son. However, the plot twists again, and Kiini, the 2nd son, suddenly admits that he was the real arsonist. He had taken Miyuki's clothes to return them and accidentally started the fire while heating curry. After the fire, Kiini studied hard to repay the Mitsuhara family's kindness, or atone to the Mitsuhara family. Knowing the truth, Anzu scolds Kiini's weakness, saying, "Everyone is protecting their family. Here, everyone refers to almost every character in the drama, all protecting their loved ones. But the tragedy originated from a small farce, and both families were plunged into turmoil. Anzu demands that Kiini apologize to Miyuki, to lift the 14-year burden from her heart. After the apology, Miyuki solemnly says, "I will hate you for the rest of my life, but hating you means keeping you in my heart. No matter how you are slandered or wander in the future, remember that someone is thinking of you, and you must live your life to the fullest." In the end, the most surprising conclusion is that Anzu and Kiichi end up together. Those who haven't seen the drama may not understand how Anzu could be with her enemy. But Kiichi, despite being a failure, always stood by Anzu's side and protected those around him, in his way. With the added bonus of childhood friendship, how could Anzu not love him? Anzu forces Mikiko to divorce Mitsuhara Osamu and ruins her reputation on social media, then resolutely says, "Give me Kiichi." Many people don't like this drama. But I give this drama a perfect score, not only because I'm a die-hard fan of Yanei no Miyu but also because every character in the drama is strong and brave, facing and overcoming pain. Although the plot has many holes, every character is alive. The world is full of tragedies, so we need many such living people.